Hello, hello, and welcome to your monthly Feng Shui forecast. These forecasts are all about using time and environmental qi to create more success, to attract more of what you want, to get where you want to go faster. Each month, we start off by measuring what we did last month and celebrating our wins with the Feng Shui planner. This is a new thing this month. If you guys are new, we recap every month and I want to get straight into it. But I'm Jeanette Sizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant. Daily, I work with the motivated, the successful, and the inspired to use Feng Shui in their life so they create more success, so they create more fulfillment, so they create a more holistic, successful, happy life. Feng Shui and using the energy in your environment can help you have all of those things. I am an example of it. If you watch more of these videos, I have a whole series, How I Use Feng Shui Too, and it talks about wins and Feng Shui wins. If you're familiar with Feng Shui at all, usually people are just talking about tips. Usually people are just like, yeah, move your couch and this will happen. It's like, but what actually happened after you Feng Shuied? So I've got a whole self example list. I've got client reviews. Stick around if you want to be more successful. Each month, we start off by measuring our wins and reflecting on what we did. And we do that with the Feng Shui Planner. This is a free PDF for now. It's the first year I'm doing it. And oh my gosh, what a great tool I've created, if I can pat myself on the back. I was filling mine out for August, like the July wins, as we're going to do, and filling it out. This is a special section of the Feng Shui planner, and I'm just so happy that we're doing this. We can't manage what we don't measure, and this month and getting to this point in the journal is a prime example of that. But before I get ahead of myself, let's take 3 minutes to pause and fill out the July section. So right here, it shows May, but if you flip to about the middle, next time I'll number these pages, flip to July wins. So for 3 minutes, that's the page you're going to fill out. It's going to say July wins. What are you celebrating? Did you accomplish your goal that you set at the beginning of the year? Maybe, yes, I did, I didn't. And then also fill out this July wins page, something nice you did for yourself. That'll remind you, like, oh, yeah, like this fun thing happened, this cool thing. Oh, I just thought of something I didn't write down. I went to an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. How cool. Anyway, I got to write that in. A book you read, money, save screen time, or whatever you made these categories to be. I just put those because it's common goals that people shoot for. Take 3 minutes and I will see you here in a few. Welcome back. How did it go? I would love to hear one of your favorite July wins in the comments below this video. Obviously, that's where the comments are, as if this is like my first YouTube video or the first one you're watching. You know where to comment. Please share with me one of your wins. I love to hear the momentum that's building, or there's a whole serendipitous section, right? What's something serendipitous that happened? Then, what's really cool now moving in the journal, because this is a halfway point. So, we're halfway in the year officially if we're going off Lunar New Year. Lunar calendar, which is what we use with Feng Shui. So if Lunar New Year is in February, August puts us in the halfway point. So in the Feng Shui planner, there is a whole section in the middle that I knew, okay, halfway through the year is when we need to recalibrate. It's when we need to pat ourselves in the back for how much we've accomplished, or we need to give ourselves a quick kick in the ass and remind ourselves, like, hey, half of the year has gone by and you haven't done anything. All right. This is when we pull our bootstraps up, insert phrase of getting things done, having a serious look at ourselves, if not wasting any more time, or celebrating all of the wins that you forgot about. For me, I was filling this out and I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minimum 9 to 10 books this year. I think there's one I'm forgetting, so I think it's more like 10. I can't believe I've basically read a book a month. Now, one of them was because of a long car ride, but so I listened to a couple in there. But how cool. I'm so glad that we have, yeah, it's like when you sit and you have these moments where you're like, what am I even doing? Am I even impressive? Am I even getting anything done? This journal is measuring what we can't manage what we don't measure. It's measuring and helping us mentally manage and remind us that, like, no, we are getting things done. It's just sometimes time feels slow. Sometimes it takes time for things to build, but you are accomplishing things and you are growing every day. I love that this, yeah, couldn't have come at a better time. It's such a great section. So go ahead and fill that out, and also fill out the section on the next page that says August. It says, what is my, there's a typo that says February. What is my August goal to accomplish that will get me closer to my 2024 year end goal? So take 3 minutes here. You're definitely going to need to pause this. I'm giving you 3 minutes, but you're going to need to pause it to fill out that middle section and the goal for August moving forward. I'll see you in a few. Welcome back. What is your goal? Thank you for sharing with me your serendipitous event. Thank you for sharing with me one of your wins. And now I want to hear what your goal is for August. I love, love, love when you guys comment things, anything. I love when you comment. I love interacting with you, and I can't do that. I love talking about feng shui so much, and I love observing people and hearing how they're using it in their life. And so it means so much to me when you comment like what you're using feng shui for. It helps me want to keep doing this, and it helps me want to keep sharing feng shui, because there's definitely times, you know this, when you're not feeling good about doing something, but then someone says you helped me so much and you're like, okay, this is worth it. I'm going to keep doing it. Or there's something in your life where you're like, is this even worth it? Does anybody even care I'm doing this? Does anybody even appreciate it? Right. And that's kind of what these videos and the internet is. I know it maybe feels like I'm kind of a stranger, but I'm really just a feng shui consultant, a person who's obsessed with feng shui and self development and helping people find more success talking to her computer screen. And the best way for me to interact with you is you commenting below. So tell me what it is that you're working towards in August. I want to hear it and I want to help you. So sometimes if you comment and there's something else I can think of to help when I'm looking at all the energy, I'll comment back some extra tips for you specifically. So this August goal is going to stack with all of your other goals that have been happening, all moving you towards the bigger year end goal. Now, this is also a really good time to pivot and to look at, is this the goal moving forward, or have things completely shifted? So this is the time to recalibrate, to kick yourself in the butt, light that fire again, maybe pivot a little bit, but it's also the last time to do that. Because moving forward, let's get into the astrology now. Moving forward, it's go time. Like, I don't know how to say it any more distinctly than that. It's go time. When I say messy, astrologically, so it's a water monkey month in a yang wood dragon year. Water and wood are smooth. Monkey and dragon are overall okay. But globally, the way that monkey comes in for the global chart and the way that other things in like the in 2024's Bozzy chart, things are going to get louder and a little bit more chaotic. So it's even more important for you to like this month, the action item at the end is super, super, super important for if you want to be successful in the rest of 2024. And honestly, if you want to be successful throughout to 2026. So keep listening for that. Messy, it just gets messy. It's even more important for you to be so clear on your goals. If you want help getting clear on what are your goals, what is your purpose, why do I feel stuck, why do I feel stagnant, I have something called a home energy refresh, which is just 1 hour with me, and it gets that momentum going again. It helps you ask your questions. If you tell me ahead of time that you'd like a little bit of astrology with it, we can do that. If what it is that you're looking for is about your purpose and where are you headed, I have options to help you with that. In the meantime, if you are clear on what you want, the Feng Shui Planner is a great way to just really solidify and get super, super crystal clear on focusing on you. You cannot help everybody else if your cup is not full. I don't need to, that's a phrase we've all heard a million times, but so, so true that it's so easy to get caught up in the noise and listen to what's going on when you're bored in your own life, when you don't know what you're doing. And suddenly everybody else's life seems interesting. Politics seem interesting. Clickbait on the internet seems interesting because you don't have something you're so passionate about. And moving forward, you need this thing that you are so locked in on. Otherwise, it gets messy, it gets distracting. Okay. Mercury retrograde is here for basically all of August. I think it comes in on like the 9th or something, and then it's just here throughout. I don't care about Mercury retrograde. It's a time to go back and renew, revisit, refix. So this is a great time to again fill out the planner and say, is it time for me to pivot? Is my goal the same as it was at the beginning of the year? Have I had enough epiphanies? Have I finished the goal already? Do I need to move somewhere else? It's a great time to recalibrate. And again, it's kind of the last time you can like there's always going to be moments when we can recalibrate. We're in charge of our own destiny and our own reality. But this is going to be the easiest time to recalibrate from now until I think like 2020, end of 2026. Okay. So now's the time. Travel, I don't personally see anything messy with travel. When I look at Buzzy, I really again, I always focus on what I can control and what you can control. I don't get into astrology for predictions. There are 1, 2 astrologers I do listen to about the Western astrology because they usually give me insights that are helpful to when I interpret Eastern astrology. And there was a lot of common patterns on messy travel and just building in time for delays. So take that for what it's worth. Watch your, I guess there's a lot going on with Pisces. Watch your water travel, watch any traveling overseas. And in this case, the person I'm referring to is Evan Nathaniel Grimm. And so you can go watch his if you're like, I am traveling overseas, what should I do? He ultimately said, like, don't change your travel plans, just build in time for delays. And that was a note that like kept coming out to me. Stuff with water delays. March 21st, something else that's really interesting is in this month, because of Mercury retrograde, so we're redoing, revisiting, re-going back, repivoting, refocusing. That's what our retrograde is about. But also specifically something that was going on around March 21st. What was that? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so mad that it's on the tip of my tongue. That wasn't the spring equinox. Spring equinox. Around that time, who were you with? Who were you hanging out with? How was life? What was going on? That is like one of the things retrograde brings things back as well. Sometimes people, sometimes situations, sometimes opportunities. Whatever is going around there on around that time, it's a good thing to revisit. Next, monk and last, monkey and tiger. If you have a tiger in any of your Bazi chart, so remember you have a year pillar, a month pillar, a day pillar, and an hour. You're not just a dragon because you're born in year of the dragon. You have four animals to resonate with. If you have a tiger in any part of your chart, you are in for a clash month, and that's a good thing. Clash just means change. So if you've been craving a change, craving switching something up, I don't always talk about the clashes. Every month somebody has a clash. This one I'm bringing up because it's also Mercury retrograde. So before you change anything big, before you move, before you buy a new car, before you cut your hair, before you decide to impulsively quit your job, Mercury retrograde isn't the best time to make long-term commitments impulsively. You can absolutely make new commitments that are thought out and sussed out and really looked into, not the time for impulsive change. So if you have a tiger in your chart, you're going to be more craving change and just be more diligent. These forecasts are about using the environmental chi to achieve more success. So we look at the flying stars in our space for the month and how it's mixing with the year and seeing, okay, which direction can I use to make more money, to have a creative project, to start a side hustle. Again, this is why it's so important, and so it just helps for everybody when you write your goals in the comments, because then I can make note of like, okay, I know there's 10 people trying to lose weight. I know there's 20 people trying to get a new job. I know there's these people trying to do XYZ, and I can look at the energy in the month and point out those areas that are helpful to you. So for now, we're focusing on, because there isn't too much chatter, it's success, it's money. And there's 2 great areas and one that's actually not even too bad. Then this red area isn't too bad. So the least helpful direction this month is southwest. This is the combination of energy that gave me eye issues for 60 days. So take off all your makeup, women, really remove your makeup, maybe see the eye doctor. It's also can be confusion. So the Southwest is not the area to try and find clarity. This is really sensitive. It's like flying off the screen. Southwest direction isn't the easiest direction to help you find clarity or clear brain fog. If you're a little confused, if you're wondering what's next, if you're having trouble sorting out your thoughts, the Southwest is just going to make that more difficult. So go somewhere else. And where you can go will be the East. We'll talk about that in a second. The cure that you can put here for the month are 6 metal coins. And just as a reminder, The West, we really want those coins. If you watch the annual Feng Shui, you really want those coins in the West for the month of August, because the West is also, it's more helpful than the Southwest, but that one also kind of creates some paranoia, some confusion, some overthinking, some anxiety. So we want to cure that with the metal coins. And that's not true for everybody. Don't panic if you're like, well, I sleep in the West. I don't know what's in your base chart. So that's the month and the year combining. I don't know what's in your base chart based on when your home is built and the direction it's facing, which is why I didn't make it the least helpful direction. Just make sure metal in both of those. It will smooth out the energy. So it's talking about clarity and good ideas. That's in the East. If you're looking for a promotion, if you're looking to connect with higher ups, if you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for a raise, if you are doing anything with the corporate ladder or being seen as a leader to get more success, use the East. Journal here, open the windows here, apply for the jobs here, anything with business, anything with needing clarity, anything with like needing that motivation to move forward, that is the East. And then one that I love, love, love this one, is the Northwest. The Northwest is similar to birth of an intelligent son. So no, that doesn't mean pregnancy, but it does mean like creative idea, new project. So if you've been wanting to expand your business and create an online course or expand your business with a new source of revenue, if you just need creative ideas, if something in your corporate career is like, I need creative ideas, I need to think outside of the box, that is the Northwest. Northwest is also great for social media growth, being seen, and just, yeah, all things creativity, celebrating, being seen, boosting attention. We are in the attention economy now, and the Northwest is what helps us make money by being seen for our product, being seen for our work, being seen for our skill set, etc. And so a lot of times people think, well, what do I need to put there to activate it? What do I need to do? In the Northwest this month, you actually can put water. You can put an active water feature. Again, I don't know what's going on in your base chart, but typically the best way to activate it is with you, with your actions, with your journaling, with your thinking, with your opening the window. It's really just you interacting with the actual environmental chi. All these people that say like, oh, you have to put this cure here or this charm here and that's what does it. No, we're not giving our power away. You're the one that creates your reality, and it's you taking time and being intentional in that space. Or if you don't have the time, opening the window, saying welcome in money energy, welcome in attention energy, going cooking dinner and then coming back and shutting the window, or working out there. But what activates energy, and the way feng shui helps you is by you like soaking it in and thinking and being present, and then that idea comes and then you take action on that idea and then you make money. We're really flying through these here. Action step. Last month it was reflect on what cannot be taken with you into the rest of 2024. Like I said, this is really the last month that pivoting can happen. Like, you've got to be clear on where it is you want to go. Again, if you need help, home energy refresh, I've got you. They're so powerful. Again, if you need help getting clear on where you want to go and what you want to do, that is my specialty. Feng Shui is so much about giving your space attention with intention. Creating a life you love and manifesting a life you love is about knowing where you want to go. And so a home energy refresh, or sessions with me, we get so clear. For example, there was a woman who was unemployed without a job for 7 months. She did a home energy refresh and she got a job within 7 days. I'm not promising jobs. She was actually doing resumes. She was qualified. She was putting herself out there. She was taking all of the right action, which is why 7 months of doing all the right action was so frustrating for her. She was like, I'm doing the things. I'm not being lazy. I'm getting out there. Why isn't it working for me? We feng shui, boom, boom, boom. That's what happens when you feng shui. Things just fall into place more quickly. You meet the right people at the right time. So if you aren't sure, if you're at this crossroads where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how I'm in my own way. I don't know what blocks I have. That is what I help people with. These these forecasts are for you to figure that out for free. But if you're like, I don't have time to lose or waste anymore, I want somebody to talk to about it, that's what those are for. In the meantime, this is what July's action item was. I know for me, it's really like I can't not be working out anymore. If you have horse in your Bazi chart, if you have horse anywhere, it's a big year for health with horses. And I have a horse twice in my chart. And so it's a big year for me to really figure out how to eat balanced, how to eat right, and actually stick to working out. I'm doing better than I ever have, but I did get a little sloppy in July. And so for me, I know that I'm recalibrating and refocusing. Normally, my years are so much about money and so much about career growth. And it's like, Jeanette, that's just life for you. It will never, ever not be that. You really need to focus on health this year because the astrology is saying it. And it's what I want to do. So that's what I am taking with me. I guess not so much what I'm leaving behind. And then this month is super, super crucial for honestly success throughout like to 2027. I wrote it down over here. Challenge your own energy. I'm going to make a video. I talked about how I have a series on how I use Feng Shui too. I know how scary change can be, and I know how scary it can be to like take a leap when you don't have a safety net, take a leap when you don't know what's on the other side. I'm going to create a video about that because I'm right in the middle of the flux and I was really observing. It gets easier to do, but it requires an emotional intelligence and it requires a skill to be present. So I'm going to make a video about that. But for you, the challenge this month, the action step this month is challenge your own energy. So the easiest, simplest thing to do is brush your teeth with the opposite hand. I brush my teeth with the left hand. I want you to brush your teeth with the right hand. Changes all your neural pathways. It switches everything up. That is something like ask yourself why you do it this way and do it the other way. That's level 1. If you want to push it a little more advanced is change your reactions. If you're looking to lose weight, the next time you find yourself just sitting and talking yourself out of it, say, you know what? Catch yourself. This is what I mean by challenge your own energy. Catch yourself. I always give into this voice. And say, I'll start tomorrow or I'll do it tomorrow. I always give into this. How about today? Just today. I'm not going to become a rock star overnight, but just today, I'm going to not listen to this voice. I'm going to ignore it and I want to see what happens. If you're looking to delegate and that feels scary and you like know you need help in your business, but it's really hard for you to release control, or even in your relationship, if it's hard for you to delegate to your partner and share responsibilities, say to yourself and challenge your energy. You know what? I always say I'm going to do this and then I like fold and I give in and I keep the control and then I'm bitter that I had to do it myself. Challenge it and do the opposite. Do the opposite of the thing that's not helping you anymore. Last example, if you've been wanting to go online and keep talking yourself out of it. So if you have a business and you're like, I know I need to do more on LinkedIn or make reels or make shorts or have a bigger social media presence, which you do going into period 9, which started this year. You cannot put off social media presence anymore. Instead of, oh, I always talk myself out of it because I don't know what to talk about and I just want to make it perfect, do the opposite. Challenge that energy and do the opposite. Make the reel anyway, make it imperfect. You literally can delete it in 24 hours if it just totally flops and it ended up being weird. I think what you'll realize is that once you do the YouTube video or once you do the reel, nobody watches and nobody cares. So there's a lot to be learned from doing the things that are no longer, from ignoring the fear tendencies, from getting in your own way and doing the opposite instead. We flew through this month. Get chatty in the comments. I want to hear everything going on. I want to hear what it is that you're working on and working towards. Like this video if you are ready to take action and create more success in August. Please share this video. When more people are feng shuiing, more people are in their flow, in their peace, feeling fulfilled, and that vibration culminates, stacks, and makes the world a better place. Also, sharing this video helps you find an accountability partner to do it with. So please, please, please share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.